you decided to show up. You're a little later than I expected, but leave it to you to fall under my expectations. Come in. We'll be in the kitchen. And leave your shoes on. Leave your things there. This is what we'll be working on. Tea infusions. Taking the natural magic inside of plants and infusing them together to create spells. It should cause magic to flow through their system long enough to cast a spell. This creates a solution for people who are not magically inclined. When preparing for a battle, they can drink a nice, relaxing cup of tea. And when the time calls for it, they can use the spell that is built up inside them. If alcohol stays in effect for 4 to 5 hours from when you first drink it, a similar time window should occur for the potency of the spell. Cannabis can last in your system for days, and studies show the more often you take it, the longer it stays in your system. The peak time of what one might call a high is roughly 30 minutes to an hour when consumed. But if it's inhaled, that time is cut more than half. So if my calculations are correct, if one were to sit and enjoy a cup of tea, inhaling the steam and sipping the brew, the effect should kick in around 20 minutes, and can last at least 2 hours. Of course, I've yet to test it, but that's where you come in. Don't worry, if my calculations are off, the worst you'll experience is having a nice cup of tea. I think we should start with something simple. A cup of chamomile and lemon verbena. Chamomile is said to improve focus, lower stress, and reduce inflammation. And lemon verbena soothes nerves, calms stomach, and also reduces inflammation. If strong enough, I believe it can recreate the effects of a guidance spell, causing the drinker to be focused and calm to exceed their natural skills. As for flavor, chamomile has hints of apple and a mellow sweetness, and lemon verbena is refreshingly lemony with a creamy finish. This simple lemon and apple combination will complement each other quite well, I think. If you can pick the chamomile buds, I will crush the lemon verbena. Here's a potted chamomile. It's better to be picked fresh. The shelf life is rather short. Pick it at the bud so it's ready to use in the tea. As for lemon verbena, you have to pick it in the morning when the dew is just dry. This is when the plant's essential oils are at its peak. You have to dry the leaves to get the most out of the lemony flavor, then crush them up for use in tea. I've already dried the leaves, so preparing them should be much quicker. Once the water's boiling, we'll put everything in and let the ingredients fuse. I can barely believe it. We have the potential to create a form of magic for those who have difficulty casting it. And in tea, no less. My father would have loved this. He didn't have magical abilities, but he made the best tea in the world. He owned a tea shop right down the road. While my mother was away, we would spend days on end in that little shop. He would always teach me the most amazing tea combinations. The flavors he would come up with were so unique and strange. People would come from all over to try and get a taste of his creations. I could watch him work for hours, pleasantly helping customers, organizing the tea, writing down all his findings. When he passed, Look at me. The lemon verbena must be calming me so much that I'm rambling. I believe the water's ready. Let's hurry up and place in the ingredients. While that's boiling, I think we should work on another. I believe Spanish lavender, jasmine, and red clover should make a cure wounds equivalent. Spanish lavender relieves pains or burns. Jasmine speeds up the healing process and is an antibacterial. Red clover is a diuretic and an expectorant, so it adds a nice touch. Spanish lavender is bitter, but the sweetness of the jasmine and the vanilla flavor of red clover should help balance it out. Add a bit of honey, and it should go down sweet and smooth. Lavender takes about 6 weeks to dry, but it's a pretty basic tea ingredient. I always have some laying around. Here. They need to be shaken, then garbled, and... Oh, that just means the buds need to be separated from the stem. Just hold the cut end of the stem and run your fingers down the stalk, basically stripping it of its petals. Here, like this. Shake it first. And now, hold this end. Gently pinch here. And pull. There, fairly basic. The jasmine and clover just need to be picked and boiled, so I will take care of that. You keep garbling. The chamomile and lemon verbena is done. Let me get the teacups. I would like you to try it first. I'm worried that if you take these teas together, it might create a sort of wild magic. I'll have you try this one, and I will try the cure wounds. Well, do you feel any different? I guess we really won't know the effects until you've drank the whole cup. Until then, I will keep you company. All right, the cure tea is almost done. Have you ever used a medicine kit? You're about to use one today. In order to make sure the cure tea works, I will have to be wounded. Here. Cut my hand for me. I can't do it myself. Please. Please, I really don't want to look. How bad is it bleeding? Oh, God. Here, give me that cloth. Right. Now to test it out. Here, take my hand. Tell me if you notice any changes. I'll need you to take it. Please. I can't stand blood, so I can't look. It makes me queasy. It's changing? The wound? It's clearing up. We did it. It works. Of course it works. I knew it would. Don't be so surprised. It's unbecoming. Well, I'll need to write down a couple notes on this, but I think we're ready for the presentation. I will prepare your speech. You prepare your brain. I'll have a couple brews ready to present to the judges. I do hope you take this as seriously as I am, because to me, this is the most important thing I have ever done. And don't wear that. Look presentable. Comb your hair, for goodness sake, you look like a mongrel. And please, be there on time. I can't give this speech by myself. Whether I like it or not, I've never been one to work a crowd. That's why I requested for you as my partner in the first play. Yes, I did request for you. Oh, don't give me that look. For some unexplained reason, you are considered likable amongst our peers. So I thought if my experiment had a chance to be seen, it would only be if I had you to speak on its behalf. What? No, I don't... Fine. I guess in a horrible, pitiful sense, yes. I need you. But I swear, if you let me down, I will make sure you won't forget it. So wipe that look off your face. It's disgusting to see. Now I'm going to drop this issue and start writing your speech. If you wish to give input, you may stay as long as you only speak when spoken to. Otherwise, there's the door.